Good morning, friends. Today is January 2nd, so it's our first real day in the new year. And one thing I was super excited about starting in 2018 is a little bit more of a structured learning time for my little girl. She turned 3 in November. We have been doing homeschooling since she was, I think, about 1.5. We started, about 1.5. Just little sort of targeted activities during the day as a fun plaything, and that is primarily what we're going to continue doing. I really think that she might thrive off of a little bit more structure in our day. I am a stay-at-home mom. I work from home, and our days just vary so much. It's hard to get in a set routine. We have a play group we go to on a couple of days. We go visit family a lot. We have some things we go to do with friends. Some days we have to go out and run errands. Some days I don't even know what we're doing when we start a day because I've heard from other people that we may or may not do things. So I'm trying to put a few key anchors in our day, no matter where they happen, so that they are a little more consistent. And one of those things that I'm starting, which is my main goal for January, is just sort of implementing and refining. This time is a morning time, so sort of a morning circle time for us, where we are focusing on the calendar, number, letter sound, and a Bible verse and praying for the day. And also I'm going to use this time to let her know what we have planned for the day, because she is always wanting to know what we have planned, and I kind of try to focus on that toddler thing where, you don't want to tell them too far in advance in case it gets canceled and it's very disappointing, that sort of thing. But I'm going to try to give her a rough schedule of what hopefully we'll do before Daddy gets home, and I'm hoping that'll help us. So I'm going to be doing that every day during the week, and then hopefully on at least about 3 days a week, we'll do a targeted activity. And this isn't going to be anything big. It'll probably only last about 5 minutes. And then, of course, I incorporate learning when we play and when we do other things, and that is when the most of the learning happens. But it's fun for her to have that activity. It's fun for me. I enjoy it. I've wanted to be a teacher since I was in elementary school, but it wasn't the right career path for me. So this is a chance for me to teach and to see my little girl learn, which I love. And it's also a chance for us to be more targeted at what we learn, and I can also share that with my husband and other people in our life so that they can help reinforce those times. So I wanted to share with you my little circle time, and I wanted to bring you along in our day today to sort of share our first day doing morning time. So here is our area. So I really wasn't sure where to set this area up in. We have it's not a tiny house, but it is a small house, and I don't have a dedicated room for homeschool, and I don't plan to probably have one just because of the way our house is set up and what we have and what we need dedicated rooms for. It would be great if I did at some point, but right now it's just one of those things where this is just going to be part of our life. And so we have a little girl, and we want to teach her hopefully at home. We're going to at least teach her at home through preschool, and then we're going to see how it goes once she's in elementary school age, if it feels right for our family still. But so this is in our dining room. So this is just our pantry and storage areas here. And this is where it's going to be for now. It'll probably change at some point, but this is what is going to work for us right now. And we, as you see, we've done our morning time already this morning, and it went really well. So I have her little mini table here. And I'm probably going to pull this over each morning. We'll probably pull it back into the living room after we do our learning time, but I want her to have an area where it's kind of like her desk. I found this little, it's so cute. I found this little chair storage that has elastic, and you just slip it over a chair, and it actually works really perfect for this little kid table. I have our beginner's Bible in it. That's what we're going to be doing our lesson in today. We're going to be talking about creation, and I thought I might put some little extra supplies like her pencils and maybe a notebook in there. And I actually think I'm going to leave that there. I think that is perfect. So we have her water. This is my chair. I'm still decorated for Christmas. We're going to work on that this week, hopefully. And then I got this calendar at the Target dollar spot probably last year. I love the design of it. And it came with each of the days, and it had some holidays and things in it. So we are working on days of the week in a calendar, and I've read differing studies on whether that's a good idea or not. For this age, but I think it will be a fun way for her, and sort of like I said, it's just the goal is to anchor the day, and my goal is not for her to have mastery of a calendar, but sort of get a little more grasp on where we're at and that sort of thing. And I'm also, there are some squares for holidays and things like that, and I'm thinking of making some so that I can put upcoming things on there as well. So maybe when we're doing when we have something fun coming up. Then this is our numbers board. I got this number set at the Dollar Tree probably about a year ago, and I thought the little monsters were really cute. I do kind of question, it's hard to tell some of them, but she could tell all of them, and they remind me a lot of the endless numbers and the endless alphabet, which she loves and which I think is a great learning tool. So we did a song on YouTube. I'll put a link to my playlist down below, and we did a song about the numbers, and then we covered the numbers, and then we talked about our number of the week, which is 0. And then this is just our little clip. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to display them after I'm past A, but I have these that I got again from Target, probably around August of last year. And so I loved the little illustrations, and originally I thought I'd put a border up, but that isn't going to work. We don't have anywhere big enough for that. So I made a little book out of these, and so I think we might try to display them like down here using magnets for the first, while we're learning. She already knows the alphabet, so basically what we're trying to focus on is the letter sounds right now to sort of get her ready for when we eventually try to read. So that is what we focus on. I also have a Bible verse song that I got from ABC Jesus Loves Me, which is one of the curriculums I'm sort of looking at as we go into learning. I'm also pulling some other things out, but we did that this morning as well, and we talked about what we were going to do and prayed for our day, and it went really well, so I'm excited to see how it does after the newness wears off. But right now we are getting ready. We're going to be going to playgroup in just a bit, and then we'll come back and we're going to do our Bible lesson. So that is where we're at today, and I'll check in with you guys later. So I thought I'd give you a quick peek into how I am planning our homeschooling day. This is a quick peek into my new sort of journaling page. I'm not going to go into depth into this. I'll do that on a different video, but I did want to go ahead and show you how I am planning our circle morning time, and then also how I am sort of planning our activities for each day. Like I said, I keep the activities really short, but this is what I am doing for that. So I actually have like a daily page here, and then I go down to my little learning section, and I'm hoping in the future to actually start doing invitations to play. I'll put a link in the description box of some of those that I've seen that seem really interesting. Basically, when I'm thinking about an invitation to play, what I want to do is sort of bring some of my girls' toys out that she doesn't play with much anymore because they're stored away, and let her, explore those a little bit more. And some of them she probably hasn't even played with in like 6 months or a year because they've been in a bin, and she's gotten so many other toys and things like that. So I'm hoping that that will sort of give her new, fresh ways. And also I'm hoping that it will help encourage her to independently play a little bit. I love playing with her, but hopefully give her a little bit of independent play. However, I didn't want to focus on that here at the first of the year, since we're really just getting started with learning time, and I didn't want to overwhelm myself. I didn't want to overwhelm her. So I am saving that. I'm hoping maybe in February or March I'll start bringing out invitations to play, but not something I'm doing right now. But I did want to have a spot in there so that I would remember to come back to that over time. Okay, so here is our morning time, and we start, what I tried to do is I tried to alternate between a little song and an activity. So I wanted to kind of keep it back and forth. I think songs are an awesome way to learn. I have things that I learned in elementary school through song that I still use today when I'm trying to think of things. And I just really have realized how powerful they are, not only from a fun standpoint. Like, she is so cute with some of the songs that she still sings from when we were consistently doing library time, which we're hoping to start up again here in a few months. And then also songs that she's heard on TV and things like that. So what I tried to do is I tried to alternate a song and an activity, a song and activity. And this whole thing, the past couple of days, has definitely taken less than 10 minutes, maybe more like 5 minutes. So it's not anything complex, but it's just different ideas that I want to teach her with. And like I said, my most important goal is to make this an anchor to our day, sort of a way that we can structure our day, because we were kind of free flowing there for a while, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I thought that we could both benefit from structuring in our day. So we start with this is the day. So this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And I thought that was a great open. Just a reminder, probably more to me than her, that, this is a day that God has given us, and that it's a good time to rejoice and just be happy in it. And then we update our calendar. So I think I showed you earlier, we have the calendar on the wall, and I give her the date to stick on there for us, a way to get her interacting. And then we sing our week song. And this song actually came from PBS. So I decided to stick with one she already knew. This one used to come on a lot before Daniel Tiger, so she already knew it from watching that. So it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 7 days a week. And that seems to work really well for this. So after that, we talk about what day of the week is it, and we go through our song and we talk about what day of the week is it. I don't expect her to pick it up or anything like that, but the more exposure to certain things, the better. And this is, like I said, a good anchor to our day. And then I found this months of the year song online, and I'm not sure I really have the tune right, but this is how we sing it. So it's January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, August, and September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. And so we sing that a couple of times, and then we talk about the month, and we talk about the date. So we talk about, like right now it's January, and then we talk about what day of the month it is. And then I'll go over this more when I go through the page, but this is something awesome that I found in OneNote, is that certain YouTube videos, you can actually embed them in the page, which is cool. So we follow this letter sound song, and I'm just going to play it for a second to show you that it actually plays in the page. So what I do is, when I have my tablet over there, I just click on our page, and I click on the song. And then once it starts, I just make it full page. So that is a pretty awesome thing too. I never have to leave our plans and scroll through YouTube or anything like that. And then we talk about what letter we're learning for the week. Right now, since it's the first week, it's A. And what does it sound like? Or A, that sort of thing. And she actually helped me put that on the wall this week. So, and then I have a counting song. I actually had a different one the first day, but it had some permissions within YouTube where it didn't let it be played on the video. And I found this one from Bounce Patrol, which I was super excited. We did Bounce Patrol when she was learning her alphabet, and I think they're a lot of fun. So again, I just play it, make it full screen, and then I put the tablet up when we're done. We talk about the number of the week, and then we're doing Bible verse songs. And right now I am getting that from the free for home use ABC Jesus Loves Me curriculum, which I will link in the description box below. So this week, for example, it is in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, Genesis 1:1, Genesis 1:1. So I'm hoping that those songs will help us both memorize more Bible verses. I don't think it's super big deal at the age of 3, but anything else that you can learn of God's word in your heart, I think is great at any time, and I'm enjoying it as well. So it doesn't matter that I'm not a great singer, as I'm sure you can tell. We've enjoyed doing the songs together. And then we talk about what we're going to do for the day in the agenda section. This is one of the main reasons I kind of wanted to start doing a morning time. Every morning she sort of asks me, what are we going to do today, Mom? Which, understandable, I would want to know as well. So I am trying to tell her that, after we get through our morning time, then we'll talk about what we're going to do for the day. Because sometimes if I tell her everything that we're going to do for the day, she gets way too excited to, sit down and eat her breakfast and things like that. And then we just take a moment to pray for our day and take a moment to pray together, which is a lot of fun. It's a great way to start the day so far. And then under that, I have an area for the specific activities, and this is just my template, so I don't have anything in there because I copied this template over. But I've just sort of been laying out the lessons I want to do, and again, our lessons definitely don't last more than about 15 minutes, if that. But I just sort of lay those out so that I don't have to think about it beforehand, and I can look at it and then pull out what I have. So this is working really great so far, and I think it's really adaptable, which is nice. So I'm looking forward to continuing to use that. I will link any of the appropriate links in the description box below for these things, and I'm actually going to do a different video about the entire what I'm doing with my daily journal here on a different video. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check that out as well. I'm going to go ahead and close it out here. Thank you all for joining us for some of our day and joining us as we started our homeschooling time again. This has been a really fun thing to put together, and hopefully if you are thinking about doing some preschool at home, maybe it'll help give you some fun ideas as well. If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe. I'll be sharing other activities that we are doing in our preschool at home as we come across to them. And if you like this video, I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.